Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 521. We are coming to you live from somewhere, nowhere, in a cabin. Yeah. It has been an interesting 2 days. 3 days? Let's say 3 days. Today is now Monday. Saturday, I messed up and I made a post concerning revoked cash. I had gotten I was given some information from one of my VC contacts about a raise that had been completed, and everyone sort of talks about this chain and that chain to go and airdrop hunt, and I was like, you know what? For once, it pays to be safe. And unfortunately, I had gotten two things mixed up: revoke cash and delegate cash. It was actually delegate cash that had completed the raise for roughly around $5 million. And it wasn't revoke cash. Revoke cash is used to revoke approvals and signatures that you may give to any of your EVM chain wallet addresses, token approvals. This is one of those things that you have to clean up a lot, unfortunately. And if you do go a long time without doing it, then you'll have a lot of revokes, and it can cost a pretty penny, because it is a broadcast, on-chain broadcast. So you're revoking approvals. So that way, in case and as you might notice, whenever you look to swap a token, you're having to give approval for a certain token amount. Usually it's like in the 5 trillion amount. So it's a red number within your MetaMask or your wallet of choice, EVM wallet of choice approval limit, and it's in red, meaning it's more than what you have. And so what you're doing is you're giving that contract access to that amount of that token, and then you'll spend it. So if in reality you're spending $5, but you're giving them access, you're giving approval for that contract to access 10 trillion, you ever get a pretty penny in your wallet and one of those contracts get exploited, that is where they can drain you both of NFTs and tokens and coins. And we've seen this happen a few times, both with NFTs, both with tokens, and it has been a bad thing. One of the other things that we see happen on a lot of the time is in Discord. We see token approvals, and I will be honest, I'm probably going to repeat all of this on Wednesday, but I want to go through it again here. I want to walk through delegate for you guys real quickly, so you can sort of see what it looks like, so you guys can be prepped. And I want you to learn about tap, and we are then going to have see what we can do for some security review this week and stuff like that. But that's sort of with Discord. You'll usually, what you see, token gating. So you have to use a wallet that has all of your valuable assets, apes, penguins, immutable X, your X clones, anything that might be of value, aces, dead friends, alien friends, and so forth. You have to put those wallets at risk because you're giving approval for signatures. But what Delegate Cash does, or delegate.xyz now, as they rebranded their name, here's my important wallet that has all of my assets that I have to, give touch contracts with, which should be your cold wallet. It should not be being approved by anything or anything at all. What this does is, by having that Delegate Cash wallet, so you have your cold vault, then you have your hot wallet or even your warm wallet, and it carries the power to interact with contracts on but it has these tokens. It looks like it has these tokens or represents those tokens. So it's a really cool feature and really cool tech that gets passed on. And we've seen it done in a couple different cool ways, so that you're not putting your assets at risk. And we've seen a lot of interesting things happen in this. And as assets become more valuable, lots of things are going on chain. So as things become more valuable, that is something that we're going to really want to look of how to protect your assets. Because with you being your banker, it's going to be a hard thing. You don't have a 1-800 number to call if things go wrong. But what's really hilarious is people in Web 2 make fun of people in Web 3 all the time for like getting scammed. Like, oh, how could you trust that person? But what's really hilarious, Web 2 people say, oh, Web 2 protects that. What people forget about is in Web 2 or traditional banking, let's just call it traditional banking. Let's say I'm the scammer and I call your mom and tell her like, hey, this is Chase Bank Security. I need you to confirm your bank account numbers, and I'm gonna have your security pin sent to you. Please don't give it to anyone. This is how your account to confirm that it's you. A wire transfer. I can then access your bank account, even if it's all like done in text messages, and your mom, and I could drain your mom's account because your mom gave me access to her account. She has zero recourse. The bank has zero liability. So same thing sort of holds true in traditional banking as it does in Web 3. Everyone just thinks that they have that layer of protection. What they have is a protection from them stealing your credit card, your debit card and stuff like that. And so it's not too far off. But there's some really cool tools out there and that really go a long way on trying to make sure that people are safe in Web3, that people are able to interact with contracts and are able to have fun without putting things at risk. And so yes, does it mean that you can go give like 10 wallets your address or the power of like your ape or something like that? Technically, yeah. We saw during Dookie Dash, we saw a huge outflow of use from warm.xyz, warm wallet, as well as Delegate Cash or delegate.xyz, because people had one Dookie Pass or Dookie Dash Pass, sewer pass, and then they had 50 gamers grinding out and playing for them to get them that best score, but it didn't put their asset at risk. Why? Because they used Delegate. So that wallet was able to access with the power of that pass. So there was some really interesting, that was one use case. That's like the only big use case I've seen out of it. Now there's a really cool protocol, not even a real protocol, but like practice called TAP, 3-address practice or 3-address protocol, meaning like cold, hot, warm wallet and then your hot/minting wallet. And what that means is your cold wallet only will ever send to your warm wallet. It won't send to your hot wallet. It doesn't interact with contracts. It's not, nothing is staked in there unless you get an LP token from either here or here, and you then send it over there. You're not going to take this wallet and you're not going to take any assets and you're not going to go stake them in an LP pool. You're going to have that asset over in this wallet or in this wallet, and you're going to put it into LP. And you're going to take those LP positions and you're going to send them to this wallet. But they'll still be represented in these two wallets via Delegate Cash. So you can have this wallet, which is your big guy, your big bolt cold storage, and you can have your warm wallet having their powers delegated to your hot wallet. So even your hot wallet that touches anything and everything can actually have the power of all of your other assets. So it's a really cool feature and function, and that's part of TAP. We see boring security talk about this a lot. Punk 6538, I think, is the one that sort of coined it and termed it. And Boring Security DAO, has put together some really cool teachings on this. They actually have a course on it, and they give you ledgers. They give you all sorts of stuff. And so one of the things that I don't know if we're actually going to get done, we're going to get it done. We're going to do it with on Wednesday with Delegate, but we do have some hot wallets. We do have some cold wallets. We even have a brand new Trezor, and that we picked up, and we have our multi-sig wallets that we do on our ledgers. So we wanted to sort of showcase what this might look like from the ground up. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, in my opinion. I think that we're gonna have a really good time, and so we're gonna be talking with the COO on Wednesday of Delegate Cash, and we actually might get some alpha, because this is a funny thing, a funny thing happened on the way to the forum. So I put out this tweet on Saturday because I had read Delegate Cash, yet somehow I attached it to Revoke Cash in my head. It's like, yeah, Delegate Cash, also known, Revoke Cash, got their $5 million raise. And what was really cool, what was really funny, who was really on top of it, Revoke Cash was on that. The shout out to their Twitter intern for getting on top of it, and actually saying, no, we have not raised and we have no plans to release a token. Now, why did I say token? Well, because with delegate.xyz raise, they put out a future token warrant. So they raised with equity with an agreement for future token. So there's the possibility of a token. That means if you're being safe, it could pay off. Not trying to extract value in any way, shape, or form, not having to go LP and stake and bridge and do all of these things, just being safe, practicing safe dexing, safe sexing. Yeah, we're gonna roll with it. It is your daily bite of Degen. And that reminds me, GM to everyone joining us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Player One Taco YouTube, 0xDegens YouTube, Twitch, Twitter video, Twitter Spaces, Rumble, Kick, Unlonely, and Telegram. I can only see some of you that are on stages, but at some of your locations, but I do see that there's others watching in. I ask, just so that this is how I try to provide education and stuff like that. I'm not sponsored, but I ask that you give a like, subscribe, but please, what I really would love is in the comments, any questions you have for Delegate Cash, Wallet Guard, or Boring Security, or any other security questions that you might have, because Web3 should be safe enough to where you can go click on every link. You can try out for every single airdrop, but your assets are safe. That's how it should be. And that's what's really cool, is that's how we're getting. That's where we're going. That's what we're aiming for. So really excited for that. But with that, we wanted to just sort of showcase really quickly delegate.xyz. And so you guys can find them. We're going to throw them in the comments. But you will be able to find Delegate. boom, here we go. So this is their Twitter. And we're going to go over, so Azuki, Bored Ape, Art Blocks, OpenSea, and 100 plus projects. So 100 plus projects, yet they only have 12,000 followers. Goes to show you, it's just one of those things. So once again, delegate cache.cache is now delegate.xyz. Delegate cache is now delegate.xyz. They still have that Twitter, as you can see. We've been following for a long time, but and delegate cache will redirect you to delegate.xyz. So they are doing some good security stuff there. And now they have their V2 piece to take advantage of lower gas costs and more features. Yes. So I want to just sort of showcase to you where you can go for these. But we are going to be doing a full walkthrough. We're going to find out whether we should do it with one of our Trezor or with our one of our, tie a Trezor to a, oh my God, what the heck? Why can't I? What's the name of my other cold wallet? Ledger. Trezor to my Ledger to my hot wallet, or vice versa, or all the way around. Who knows? Let's figure that one out, and and then that way we'll be able to give you a full walkthrough. But one of the cool things, so you can choose that hot wallet to act on your behalf for claiming airdrops, event ticketing, gameplay, and more. Buy or sell delegate rights while limiting county party risk. So like, let's say you have other deed and someone wants to go play, you can sell that without having to move your asset. So there's some cool stuff. But let's look at the technical documentation. This is the cool stuff where they sort of go over here. And so V2 to V1 migration is what I want to sort of talk on. Registry of V2 brings two new key features: batch delegation and sub delegations, all while reducing gas costs by 30 to 60%. Batch delegations let users create multiple delegations in a single transaction. So let's say I have my cold vault and I have my warm and my hot wallets. I can make both of those a delegate in one transaction, as well as make my hot wallet a delegate for my warm wallet, all in one transaction. And vice versa. I can make all three tied together so that they all have the power of each other at any time based on my assets and what I'm doing or anything like that. So there's some really cool stuff there that really excited about. Now, my huge challenge and shout out to you, where are all my Rust devs? When are you going to bring this to like Solana? Yeah, talking to you, right? I see you right there. And so this is, there's some really cool stuff here. So right here, I wanted to sort of show delegating token pieces. They go through all the tech doc pieces and what it looks like for devs to integrate delegate into their APIs and stuff like that. And to their contracts so that people can use this. But here is all of their registries and V2 registries. 46% cheaper on a multi-call, all contracts. 60% cheaper, check delegate for all. So what this is I'm using my hot wallet, and it's doing a gas transaction. It's signing to go check that asset is still in my cold wallet without actually my cold wallet approving or signing anything. It's only signed something once. And, we can even do that with like, oh my gosh, multi-sig safes. So some really cool stuff is happening. And yeah, so they have some really cool pieces moving on. But I am really excited for this. That's just sort of, it just makes me happy. So now I get to finish the rest of this story that I've taken now 25 minutes to say. So Revoke Cash was really fast on responding. No, we are not launching a token. No, we have not raised. Then in my DMs, the COO of Delegate Cash, aka delegate.xyz, reached out to me, and he was like, "Hey, I'm the COO." And yes, I did do my own research and back traced it, and he is. And he then sort of was like, "Hey, did you write the article?" I was like, "No, I did not. I put it together and presented false information. My bad." And he's like, "Hey, no worries. We're doing some really cool stuff, yada, yada, yada." And I was like, "Hey, by the way, I run a daily show. Will you come on?" He was like, yeah, sure, why not? And it's like, Wednesday? And he's like, okay. So guaranteed 30 minutes, possibly up to 60 minutes, but I think he's going to have such a fun time. It might go a little longer, but don't expect it. That we're going to have this chief operating officer and possibly another team member from Delegate Cash on the show day after tomorrow. Day after Taco Tuesday. Yes. And so this is going to be fun. We've had some amazing guests so far this year. And we actually have some cool guests coming up. And so really excited to see what happens. Hope you are as well. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is what we got for tonight. It is a short bite. The market's doing some weird things. Bitcoin sliding down. We're not going to, we don't talk about these things, but it's okay. This is 100% sort of going according to plan. And so I'm really excited to see people continuing to build. I'm excited to see people continuing to put things out. I'm going to be a Degen, and I'm going to go try to play around on Nifty Island, which has been a blast. I've been building out my island. Yeah, I hope that you guys have a great day. As always, we end with two things: our words of wisdom and the best worst knock knock joke on the face of the planet. And I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, and we will see you tomorrow, Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. My big thing, I ask that in the meantime you check out Sweeperfi, SWEEPRFI on Twitter. Huge protocol that I'm part of, building out an alternative to stables, flat coins, almost in a weird way rather than rebasing. So we hope to see you there. And we are really excited about having Delegate on this week. So, and we'll be talking more about the SEC Coinbase case like we have been the last week. So really interesting times. We will see you well ahead in the future. And as always, our words of wisdom and the best worst knock knock joke on the face of the planet. We know you all have been here for this. So remember, please drop your comments about Delegate, your questions. Please come on the Twitter show. Come on up on stage. I'll unmute people. But we are going to have a great time, and I'm super excited for this. You all have a wonderful night. And as always, our words of wisdom are: a closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth. Meaning, if no one knows you're looking for opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. Huge shout out and love to Liam, and all my love and heart. And on the flip side, we will see you tomorrow. But are you ready for the best worst knock knock joke on the face of the planet? Now, we have done this now 520 times, and we will continue to do this until we figure out a better joke. But it's out of honor for those that come before us and those that came after us, and just everyone that puts and creates real content in Web3, or in any way, shape, or form. But knock knock. Who's there?